Hello, thank you for joining us. Presentation of our organizational audit of UCF's Arboretum and Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Our course, Intermediate Leadership, or LDR 2002, is centered around a group service project. At the beginning of the semester, each student chose a group topic. Everyone in our group chose campus leadership. Since this is a service learning class, we were required to perform 15 service hours at our selected organizations. Our group selected two different organizations, the UCF Arboretum and the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which are both affiliated with the UCF campus. In class, we discussed the relational leadership model in which the participants all work together as leaders for change. In both of our organizations, but essentially the UCF Arboretum, volunteers were essential in making impacts on the organization's long-term goals and leading projects.
This project allowed us to appreciate the impressive results of the Arboretum's Learning by Leading program, which transforms volunteers into co-coordinators in charge of projects at the Arboretum.
In the focus group interviews and organizational culture audit, it was important for us to compare and contrast the claimed vision and mission of the groups with the reality of their work. It is one thing for the groups to say they empower certain values like sustainability, leadership, and compassion, but it is another to see them act out these values and put their vision into.
At the UCF Arboretum, they cultivate natural spaces and encourage environmental well-being on campus. Volunteering gave us the opportunity to confirm that the Arboretum was the environmentally sustainable and leadership flourishing environment that its mission conveyed it to be. In addition to the relational leadership model, we also observed the phases of group development as mentioned in our class. The short-term volunteers usually were in the forming phase with their volunteer group, while as co-coordinators who have been working together all semester or sometimes for multiple semesters and they have entered the later stages of group development. While working as volunteers, we in particularly observed instances of the group development stage performing as the co-coordinators skillfully problem solved amongst themselves.
The Make-A-Wish Foundation taught us organizational structure and differences in leadership style. The structure that Make-A-Wish encompasses is similar but yet different to the Arboretum. The volunteers at Make-A-Wish have very specific roles that work in unison together in order to provide the best experience to the children and the families in the foundation. After all, the individuals have been assigned to their roles. They participate in the performing stage of the group development process. They all execute their responsibilities and tasks to achieve their goal. It's interesting to see how independently the volunteers work, but simultaneously work towards the same goal.
Our work at the UCF Arboretum impacts each of the thousands of students, faculty, and staff who walk around this campus. Maintaining the campus's natural beauty and student happiness go hand in hand. All around us are nature spaces that we take for granted. Each potted plant, each palm tree and planting area, and natural forest area make UCF a more beautiful place. Without these things, our campus would be a lifeless, concrete wasteland. The subconscious effect on this has on all of us cannot be understated. Maintaining nature spaces is important to keeping plants living and keeping the students thriving and happy. Volunteering at the Arboretum also allowed us to help the small amount of paid staff at the Arboretum, as well as the interns who lead the projects, whose labors alone would be far insufficient to complete all of their work. The act of maintaining the Arboretum also builds student body cohesion as we volunteer in groups.
Volunteering for Make-A-Wish holds immense value for the greater community, as it brings hope and joy to children battling critical illnesses and their families, fostering a sense of unity among volunteers, donors, and supporters. By granting heartfelt wishes, the Make-A-Wish Foundation not only provides respite for these children, but also inspires others to engage in acts of kindness and philanthropy. The organization's work serves as an educational platform for learning about empathy and compassion while positively impacting the health and well being of wish children. Moreover, Make-A-Wish leaves a lasting legacy of hope, spreading joy and optimism throughout communities and reinforcing the belief in the power of dreams to create a brighter future for all. This project is important because it brings together individuals from all walks of life to make a meaningful difference in the lives of children facing serious illnesses. By granting wishes, Make-A-Wish not only brings moments of happiness to wish children and their families, but also strengthens the fabric of the community through compassion, unity, and the belief in the power of dreams.
As a college student, it's easy to get wrapped up in the hustle culture of education, from going to class to working a part-time job to participating in extracurriculars. We don't really think about the civic responsibility that we hold and owe to our community. This project has allowed us to be reminded of that and of the value of commitment that we have to the UCF community. We are here to help and uplift the well-being of everyone around us. A great way of doing that is by volunteering our time and energy to two great organizations with impactful missions, Make-A-Wish and the UCF Arboretum.
Volunteering for Make-A-Wish enhances a student's sense of civic responsibility by fostering empathy, compassion, and a commitment to making a positive difference in the world. Through this project, students learn the importance of giving back to the community and supporting those in need, thereby cultivating a deeper understanding of their role as responsible global citizens. By engaging with children and their families, volunteers gain insight into the challenges faced by individuals beyond their local environment, broadening their perspectives and encouraging them to advocate for positive change on a global scale. This project not only reinforces the values of empathy and kindness, but also instills a sense of duty to contribute to the well-being of society as a whole, empowering students to make meaningful impacts both locally and globally.
This project revealed the amount of work that goes into nature spaces around campus. Simple landscapes such as mulch paths and shrubbery take hours of invasive removal to make them presentable. Paths through wilderness areas need to be constantly maintained to stay passable. Behind each landscaping area at UCF and beyond is thought, care, and hundreds of hours of maintenance. We now have a deeper understanding of the work and time that goes into maintaining our beautiful spaces. Seeing the color green has also proven to have a positive impact on mental health.
Now, as we walk around campus, we notice these areas and are thankful for the service to make them possible. We also gain a sense of community pride for making UCF a more sustainable.
All of the natural areas on campus, but especially the UCF Arboretum, rely on student volunteers to stay beautiful. As students, we feel partially responsible for the continuation of this work and will likely continue volunteering here in the future, merely for the good of the UCF Arboretum and for our continued enjoyment of the natural spaces that it provides.
The lasting impacts of this project are the awareness that comes with analyzing the hardworking organizations in our community. Throughout this project, we observe hardworking volunteers and staff members that are unappreciated by the overall community. This project has taught us how to incorporate our ideas from our different experiences into a cohesive audit. Some of the lasting impacts we compiled as group members include increased sense of civic responsibility, connections to campus/community leadership, learn different ways to cultivate and care for the environment around us, and gain different perspectives on volunteering.
Thank you.